Hi, and welcome to the Creative Treehouse. My name is Robin Broom, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Thanks for joining me in the Treehouse today. Today's project is a fun fold card. To me, it's almost not a card, but it is. And when I saw the Around the Bend bundle and the cards that you could make from it, and here's the stamp set, and here are the dies that I'm not using in this project. But anytime I saw that, I kept seeing a purse, and so I decided to turn it into a purse. So it just looked like a purse to me, so I made a purse, and there's two versions. This one is one that just opens up, and you've got a little bit more room to write and things, and so that's that difference, and there's only one flower on it. And then this one is the pocket one, and it opens, the closure is actually the petals of that flower, and it opens like this, and it's a pocket. So it's got a little bit of it has a little card and insert right there. So this is the one that we're going to work on, but I'm going to give you the dimensions and the measurements or whatever for both of them. So for the base of each of those, you will need a basic white, and the pocket one, the slightly smaller one, is cut at 9 1/8 by 5 1/2, and it is scored at 6 3/4 and 2 1/2. So again, I'll tell you them again, but I'll also put the measurements on my blog as well, so you can find them there. And I have a dog walking around crashing into things. Gotta love puppies. All right. 9 1/8 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 6 3/4 and 2 1/2. The only difference with the little bit larger one is it's just a little bit larger. It's 5 1/2 by 3 5/8, and you would be scoring that one at 3 7 1/4. So that's the difference. But we're going to do the pocket one today. And let's see what else we need. You will need a piece of if you're doing the same colors as I am, a piece of Highland Heather, and it is cut at 5 1/2 by 2 3/4. You'll need a piece of Designer Series paper, and this one I think is the Dandy Designs. It was a stamp celebration one recently, and it is cut at 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. Let's see if that looks about right. Yep. And then I cut out 3 of the flowers. You only see 2 on there because we're going to double up ones, because you want it to be able to be a little bit sturdier, because people are going to actually be opening it up. All right, and you'll cut out the leaves. There were 3 sets of leaves in that. And then get all those out. I did those all in basic white. And then there are the little circles. Well, actually, they're all kind of egg shape there. I did those in Highland Heather. And then these, this one actually came from the Pierced Blooms. It's a retired set. So let's see if I can get out yes, there's one. No, that's right. Okay. So you've got 2 of those and 2 of the others, and I'm using the little white ones as sort of your buttons or fasteners for the ribbon. And I guess speaking of ribbon, I believe it was Highland Heather ribbon again. It's retired, and it was about 7 inches of ribbon. And then a tiny piece of the Highland Heather, and it is cut at just 1/4 by 5 1/2. I believe that's right. Let me see. Yes, I'm checking my cheat sheet. And then a tiny sliver that's only 1/8 by 4 3/4 of the Designer Series paper. And I did not use that in the original, but I'm going to try it today. I think it'll work well. I think, is that everything? Oh yeah, and the insert, the little card insert, and the card insert is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I think those are all the measurements. So we can get started, and I'll tell you some of the tips and tricks that you need to know to make your card smoothly. All right, one of the biggest things, the first things that you need to know is about, let's see, when you score it, there's one side that's slightly smaller, and I believe it's this side, and that's the side that you're going to, slightly smaller is, you know, the width, it's slightly smaller. So that's the side that you're going to take the die with the holes in it, and you're going to run it like that through your stamp cut and emboss machine. And what I did is I put it pretty close to the edge here, and then I just kind of imagined that this was a straight line, and so I just kind of lined it up, that the die was a straight line, lined it up with the edge and ran it through. So that's not too difficult to do, but the hard part, or the little bit challenging part to me, is when after you've got that piece cut, then you are going to take your Highland Heather piece and you're going to butt it up there to the fold like that, and you want to match the curvature with the other die, and that's what to me is just a little bit challenging. And so we'll just take that, and you just want to line it up correctly, and you can do it like so, and then run it through. You can take the white piece off and then just run it through the machine. And then when you've lined it up like that, and you probably need to use a little bit of washi tape, then you'll end up with one that will fit and line up well. Like that. Okay? I think that's the main things, other than starting to put it together. So let's do that. Let's put it together. Let's get our liquid glue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inside of the white part here, and I'm going to just put a little bit of glue. And it's kind of challenging because you've got little spots that they have lots of holes, so it's very difficult. But just find some of the larger spots and then see if you can very lightly put a little stream there. And then I'm going to put one there. So the liquid glue is a great strong adhesive. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lay this up by where that score line is, and make sure I've got it butted up there. That looks good. And then we can push it all down. All right, so we've got that part done. All right, now let's move to our designer series paper, and that's going to go on this part, on the opposite end, and we can just go ahead and glue that down. Nothing special there. And again, you can use whichever colors. I would use, this is like the Fresh Freesia color, one of the in colors. They're about to have a total revamp, and we find out this week, the demonstrators will find out this week some of what the colors are. It's exciting. I'm very excited about it. Right, let's take that strip, the little 1/4-inch strip of the Highland Heather, and we'll put some glue on it, and we'll put it up at the top. So it just helps to delineate the fact that is a separate piece, and that there will be a little card inside. Okay, I think I've got a significant amount of glue on my fingers. Let's see if I did bring a little baby wipe in here to try to clean that off. Just don't use your baby wipes on your stamps. All right, now we can do the tear and tape and turn it actually into a pocket. So to do that, you'll take 2 pieces of tear and tape, and you're going to put it right here, and you're going to put it as close to the edge here as you can get, because you want there to be enough room for your card to fit through. If for some reason there wasn't, you could always trim your card off if it didn't fit, but we're going to put the tear and tape really close to the edge. All right, and then let's pull off our backings. And we can go ahead and close it up and make our pocket. All right, we'll just fold it over, and now you have a pocket. And here's our card. We can just double check and make sure that it fits in there. And it does. So like that. All right, while we have this little insert, let's take the liquid glue, and we'll put it on our teeny tiny piece, our 1/8 of an inch piece of designer series paper. I'm just going to put a few little dots on that and see if I can get that on there at the very top. Slide it up. That's the nice thing about the liquid glue, is it gives you some time to move things around before they're totally set. All right, so yes, I did not have that one on my other one, but I think that's going to help. I think it's going to really help even define it even more, that that's a separate piece. All right, okay, while we have that out, we can go ahead and stamp. And I stamped the hello there, which came from that stamp set. And I'm going to see if I can stamp it. Let's see if I can stamp it without my head getting in here. I may get it crooked. Get as close as I can to that top piece. And look at that. Looks good. All right. And I was also going to change it up a little bit. I did that in the Highland Heather. And I'm going to change, and I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to use a different stamp than I did the previously. Previously I used the little leaves, and it's really nice that they are opposite, that you've got one going one direction and one going the other. I like that. But I thought I would try, there are these, and the only thing about these is they are different sizes. So, but I thought I would put they're also leaves, kind of almost ferny. I'm going to put this one on this side, and I'll put this one on this side. A smaller one. Let's see which one we like better. So, and I could have done the same. This one just had a curve, so I didn't think it would look as good on that side that way. All right, let's pop it in. The thing that I liked about the hello there is that let's see if I can stop it up. See, it just exactly fits, and it's just like, hello there, just right on top of that. I like that. Okay, I'm going to pull that out just to make it easier to do on the front of the card. All right, on the front of the card, we are going to go ahead and do our flowers. And like I said, I cut 3. Now you could cut 2 out of the thick, almost said whisper white, the thick basic white, or because you need 2 that are going to go together. And speaking of going together, wow, okay, yes, these flowers are not symmetrical, so you'll have to kind of figure out, you have to kind of spin it around to make sure that you get the petals all lined up. So, but they are currently lined up, and now if I can put some liquid glue there and adhere those 2 together in that same arrangement. Let's see if that's it. It is, it's it. All right, okay. So you just want it to be a little bit thicker because people are going to be, the way I designed it was that this is the mechanism to help it open or whatever. It's the closure, using the petals as the closure. And I think I'm actually going to turn it and let the little tiny petals, they'll be a little bit stronger, I believe. There's shorter petals on this side. So I think I'll do that. I'll let that be the closure. All right, and so for the big one, or the doubled one, I'm going to put a dimensional. In fact, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals. They just exactly fit if we put 2 on there. And let me turn it around to where I've got the short ones where I want them. Let's see if that'll work. I don't want it to hold it, but you don't want to make it very difficult to open. I think that'll work. Okay, now we'll take our single one, and it will go under here, and everything else will be laid flat with the glue, liquid glue. All right, and so I'm going to take this particular stem has a few more leaves, I believe, so I'm going to put it, well, I don't know. Yes, I'll put it on this side. And then I'll put the flower on top. So we'll do like that. And let's see where he needs to tuck in. Okay, we'll put this one. And then, I'm going to get glue on my fingers again. Okay. Yep, they are. My fingers are getting glued to the paper. All right, let's see if that'll, yeah, we'll let that go. All right. And you don't realize when you're a paper crafter that you end up being a flower arranger as well. Okay, and then I do have these other leaves that I could stick in there. What do you think? Should they go there or over here, or maybe not even at all? I think before I put them on this side. I think I like them on that side. So yeah, you get to be your own flower arranger. Let's see. I can tuck that in. All right, and now we need the purple to go on top. Yep, see how stuck I am to the card? Give it a couple little dots here, and we'll put the purple here, the Highland Heather, and here. All right, and now we can move to our handle, which is the part that actually makes it be a purse. All right, and so for the handle, let me move this out of the way just a little bit. For the handle, like I said, I used the ribbon, and you will use the tear and tape again. Just a couple of little pieces on each end at first. So I'm going to put a piece here, and on the same side, so you don't get your handle twisted, on the same side I will put another little tiny piece. Okay, and then what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to pull those off, and then we will fold it over. We don't want any little frayed edges, so this is going to help with that. So I'm going to pull that off, and if it's we can tuck over any other pieces, and see those little strings, we're going to hide them as we fold that over once. Squeeze that. All right, let's take the backing off of this one, and the same thing, we're going to slide that over, and then like that. Of course, you know your recipient is probably not going to actually use it as a handle. All right, now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get 2 more pieces. Do the same thing, and that way it's all those little strings, frayed edges or whatever are tucked inside. Okay. Let's see. It's going to be a little trickier now to get the backings off. All right, I got that one. We'll flip that over. So there's that backing. Okay, and see, it just makes a nice clean edge that way. All right, and do the other side. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. All right, fold it over. All right, another clean edge. All right, now we're going to take this and attach it to our purse, and you can kind of to our card base, and you're just going to put them, you gotta kind of judge and decide where you want them to go. And I think I'll do tear and tape again. That's probably what it's a nice, great, strong adhesive. I don't like to use the liquid glue with the ribbon as much. You probably could use the glue dots, would probably work as well. Okay, let's see if I can pull all that off. I'm gonna go ahead and pull both ends off at the same time and see if we can adhere it down. Okay, flipping it. All right, I think it was right about there. And then we'll turn it and do this side right about there. Okay, now you've got your handle. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. All right, now we'll put, right after I said I don't use the glue on the ribbon, I'm going to put it, I don't think I have my glue dots with me, so I'm going to just do this. If I have my glue dots, I would probably choose to do those. All right, and then we'll just put that one down, that one down, and I think we may be done. Whoop, it stuck to me again. My gluey fingers, sticky fingers. Yeah, all right. All right, let's see. I'm gonna pop that up and we will stick our card in here. The insert. And there you have the whole thing all finished. And the easiest, oh, now the other one came off. Yep, definitely don't need to use the glue on that. Let me put another little dollop and see. And otherwise, I will go back and I'll change and I'll use glue dots for that one. Okay, give it a second to adhere. But yes, you'll need to kind of bend it like this just a little bit to be able to open it. So, and that is it. So what do you think? Do you like that one? So there's that one, and then our original one as well. Well, here's this one. Oh, and tell me what you think. Do you like the, I think the Designer Series paper at the top makes a difference. I like that. I think I actually like the softness of these leaves. I think it matches the DSP pattern a little better. I don't know. You can let me know what you think. So the one we just created, the one that was created before, and then we also have the one that's the large one too that you can do. So I would love it if you'd leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And if you like the idea, if you plan to make one yourself, I'd love to know about it. I'd love to know what colors you choose. And I would also love it if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, that you'd hit that subscribe button. And I've got over 1,000 subscribers, and I'd like to see that number just keep on going up. And I'll keep sharing the love. I love paper crafting. I love sharing that love with you. So I'll see you next time in the Creative Treehouse. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.